Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. With the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. Fair catch, called for and made. So Ohio State's offense will get the first possession of the game. The Buckeyes obviously enjoyed the upper hand historically in this battle for the Illabuck.
And the Illabuck Trophy is actually the second oldest football trophy in the Big Ten. Only behind the Little Brown Jug, Palmer. So this is some serious tradition. I don't know what the trophy is. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. It looks like a turtle to me, but I don't know the significance. But this is a rivalry game.
It's a pretty cool looking wooden turtle, I'll say that. And that's saying something, Pollack. How about that? A history lesson for you. Anyone that says that this football game's not educational, they just don't watch us enough.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, how did he make that move? And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Illinois' offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. This rivalry more than a century old with the Buckeyes dominating most of the time, guys.
And just think about that. All this time, these Ohio State and Illinois fans have been talking about and looking forward to this rivalry. To your point, absolutely. Ohio State, more often than not, has been on the winning side of it. And Illinois now, David, they're going to be trying to create a little new trend here.
Yeah, try to get some mojo. Try to get some momentum on their side. Try to change this rivalry. And listen, it starts one at a time, right? Like the old coaches speak, we got to throw out those records from 100 years ago. They don't matter. Let's dominate today.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
They go to the ground. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll give it to the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
From the gun, give on the inside.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance and call for the false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illibuck, guys, is a giant wooden turtle.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible. It was nurtured. Maybe a little bit different story now, David, but that is pretty cool history, Reese.
Yeah, and I guess you really only need one turtle every 100 years, so the trophy's not expensive. I guess you just got to take care of it, and every year you pass around the new animal. That's why they change it.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It is perfect.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Fielded in the end zone. It's Francis. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. 2nd down coming up. Looking for a man. It's Langford. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Pocket starts to collapse. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Woodhead. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Nice job by the... Watching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Stopped after making the catch.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. Discards a man. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole or slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell, just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
To throw, it's Langford. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the ball is intercepted.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I bet you do.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
And when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Looking downfield, it's Langford. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes the Illini offense. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Feeling some heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye team.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. And you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Gonna let it fly. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops.
Makes the grab down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Comes out throwing on first down. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Back to throw, it's Langford trying to get to it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. On target to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Roughing the pass. Defense.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. After that penalty, now they're set up inside the red zone on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Going for 6. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Langford. Sends it downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different looking football.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally... Stop.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Run in the red zone, it's Woodhead. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Illini. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true.
And this will be caught at the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Big play to start the drive, a little tougher sense. Now a crucial third down on this drive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And into the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body, and that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Looking to go up top on first down. He makes the connection. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. On the run, it's McGowan. Looks as if Illinois will have enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the ground, he's got it again. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking to pass on second down. Quarterback adapted. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Sanders. Slips through the line. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Wants to throw. It's Langford. Going for it all. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with it.
He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Woodhead. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense is first got to stop them.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Got it in the middle, it's Hardy. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Might as well give it to him again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Illinois picked up the 1st down. Now here they come again. He's looking to throw it. catch in the middle. It's Hardy. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, the sweet feet. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Illinois stretches the lead, and the Buckeyes look to be on the ropes.
This is impressive. Illinois circles this game at the start of the year because of who they're playing. It's Ohio State. It's a perennial national championship contender, and they've answered the bell, David. They've come out in this game emotionally and physically the more dominant team.
Yeah, and you don't see it often. That doesn't happen for Illinois. This is a team that has to scrap for everything they get, try to win a close game against the more talented Buckeyes. But everybody remembers 2001, Ron Zook, that great Rose Bowl Illinois team. They had to beat Ohio State.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air. It's Langford. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. He's going to fire deep. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. You're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
On the move, it's McGowan. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. He'll keep it himself. Still running at the 40. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Now he's looking to throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They'll leave it with him. Nice move there. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's still 3rd and goal. Gonna run it. It's Woodhead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this.
He unleashes a long one. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about this? These guys are going for 2. Looking downfield, it's Langford. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they've got it down to single digits, a 9-point game. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries. And when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled